Folks, if you would, please identify yourselves and the agency, and we will spend a few minutes with Tavarua. First question. We'll go right side for your first two questions. We'll go third row, then fifth row.
Kenton Gibbs, Locked On ACC. Tavarua, you started off as a special team specialist, as a guy who was one of the leaders on the special teams unit, and you've developed yourself into one of the better linebackers in the ACC. How has that happened, and is that mentality of, that kind of all-out, face-first special teams helped out with being a great linebacker?
Yeah, starting with special teams, I feel like that builds character and that builds a player. I feel like I've always been the underdog, and I feel like coming throughout, I've really digged in and become the player I am today.
Tavarua, right side, again, fifth row.
Thomas Christopher from the League Winners. Prior to enrolling into Stanford, you said that you wanted to get better as a coverage linebacker or coverage backer. Now that you're entering your senior season, how do you feel how you've accomplished that goal, and is there anything else you're looking to improve on this year?
Yeah, during the off season, I spent a lot of time with Coach April and Coach Joe. We talked about a lot of coverage and different spacings. And one other thing that we worked on a lot was my pass rush moves and just a lot of hands and get-offs and stands.
Tavarua, left side, first row.
Tevarua, Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Bobby April III, just what you can say about working with him and what he's done to really bring out the best in you, what you like about his leadership style and some of the decisions that he makes.
Yeah, he's a very smart guy. He's been in the NFL. His dad's been a special team coach in the NFL too. He brings a lot of knowledge with us. He also brings a lot of connections. He coached people in the NFL. Like one player in mine is Nick Herbig. He was from Hawaii, and he introduced me to him, and I gained a lot of knowledge. So just the connections with him and connecting with other people.
Tavarua still on the left side, about fifth row back, sixth row maybe.
Cam Lemon, DVD Can Digest, 24/7 Sports. Everyone likes to make a lot about the departures, whether it's coaches, people who left from the transfer portal, but there's over a dozen guys that came in. What's your role as someone who has been with the team for so long in terms of meshing the old with the new and kind of creating whatever the new kind of brand is for Stanford football now with Coach Reich and Andrew kind of in that?
Yeah, I think my role is just welcoming everybody, welcoming the 17 transfers that we got in, and just the guys that just stay by them throughout the season. And yeah.
Tavarua, from the podium, you described yourself as a longtime underdog. Why have you been an underdog?
I feel like I had to earn my spot. I've been behind people pretty much through college, and I feel like when I'm at best, I'm competing.
Thank you. Other questions for our linebacker from the floor? Tavarua, you can switch places with Colin, and we will spend a few minutes with our corner.